What's up guys, welcome back my YouTube channel. I will telling about the quarter dollar might seem ordinary. But if you take a closer look, especially at a 1979 quarter, you'll uncover a fascinating story tied to American history, design, and even hidden value. Today, we're diving deep into the 1979 United States quarter, what it represents, how it was made, and whether it could be worth more than just 25 cents. The coin we're talking about belongs to the famous Washington Quarter series, one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. First introduced in 1932, this quarter was created to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. What started as a commemorative coin quickly became a permanent part of American currency. By 1979, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for nearly 50 years. While the design remained largely the same, the world around it had changed dramatically, economically, politically, and technologically. Let's start with the design. On the front, or obverse, of the 1979 quarter, you'll see a left-facing portrait of George Washington. This design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose work has defined the quarter for decades. Around Washington's portrait are the words Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the year 1979 at the bottom. Flip the coin over to the reverse side, and you'll find a powerful American symbol, a bald eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, representing strength and readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches below symbolize peace.
Above the eagle is the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one.
This imagery reflects the unity and resilience of the United States. Now let's talk about what the coin is made of. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver. But due to rising silver prices, the composition was changed. By 1979, all quarters were made using a copper-nickel clad composition. That means the coin has a pure copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of nickel and copper. This gave the coin durability while reducing production costs. Even though the 1979 quarter doesn't contain silver, that doesn't mean it's worthless to collectors. In fact, value depends heavily on condition, rarity, and mint location. In 1979, quarters were produced at three major mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver feature a small D, and San Francisco coins carry an S mint mark. San Francisco quarters are particularly interesting because many of them were struck as proof coins. Proof coins are specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish and sharper details. These coins were never intended for circulation, making them more desirable. If you happen to own a 1979 S-proof quarter in pristine condition, it could be worth significantly more than face value, sometimes several dollars or more depending on grading. Now let's discuss errors, because this is where things get exciting. Coin errors can dramatically increase value. In 1979 quarters, collectors look for issues like off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. While these errors are rare, they do exist. If you find one, you could be holding something truly special. Another factor that affects value is condition. Coins are graded on a scale, ranging from heavily worn to mint state. A circulated 1979 quarter, meaning one that has been used in everyday transactions, will typically only be worth its face value. However, uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch higher prices in the collector market. So, how can you tell if your 1979 quarter is valuable? Start by checking the mint mark. Then examine the coin closely for unusual features or errors. Look at the details: Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the lettering. The sharper and cleaner they appear, the higher the grade. Also, keep an eye out for proof coins with that distinctive mirror-like shine. It's worth mentioning that while most 1979 quarters aren't rare, they still hold historical value. They represent a time in late 20th century America, a period marked by economic challenges, technological growth, and cultural shifts. Coins like these act as small time capsules. They pass through countless hands, silently witnessing history as it unfolds. And even though millions were minted, each one still carries the legacy of the nation it represents. Today, coin collecting, also known as numismatics, remains a popular hobby around the world. Enthusiasts search through pocket change, bankrolls, and collections hoping to discover hidden treasures. Sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coin can turn out to be something extraordinary. So next time you come across a 1979 quarter, don't ignore it.
Take a moment. Look closely.
You might just find more than spare change. You might find a piece of history. In conclusion, the 1979 US quarter may not be made of silver, and it may not always be rare, but it still holds significance. From its iconic design honoring George Washington to its role in everyday American life, it represents continuity, tradition, and national identity.